day 12. Man, I slept really good. It's late. I slept for like 10 hours. Oh, it's after 6, I think. No, it's 6 o'clock right now. Oh, man, I slept really good, though. I needed that. Lots of dreams. I don't know what they were, but I know I had lots of dreams. Oh, I've been beating myself up. I need the extra sleep. All that healing and stuff. But taking in that big old tuna for 2 yesterday really helped me out. A little protein in there to help fix those muscles up. Oh, no big plans today. I mean, next water's in 10 miles, possibly one in 7, but one almost definitely in 10. Goal is to make it that far and hopefully further. Oh, excuse me, just woke up. Yeah, that was really good sleep. Man, I needed that. Let's do that again. All right, so I got my coffee brewing in the background. That's that hissing noise. I am liking the jet boil. I've been running on the same can for over 2 weeks now, which, back, with the other stove I had, it was every town I hit, I had to get a new can. So that is pretty cool. And I was in the bus station, like inside the bus station, one of the ones where, I was trapped there for a few days. And I just broke my jet boil out right there in the bus station and made coffee, and nobody even noticed. I wouldn't have tried that with my other one because you'd have seen fire coming out and whatnot. With this one, you hear it, but barely, and you don't see any fire. So yeah, I totally got away with making it, and there's security guards walking around and all that shit. Nobody noticed. Stealth coffee. Let's get the coffee going. And it is working much better, my coffee filter. Now I put these little hooks on the end. I did not have coffee grounds in my coffee yesterday, and that was nice because I've had them in almost every day. So those little hooks fixed everything. I still don't like this filter in comparison to my other filter, but it does store away really nice, but that's its only benefit. I still prefer my other one. So I'll take my other one with me on the trail next year. It's an experiment, We try. Things fail. It's not my failure. It's its failure. All right, let's get ready. We got stuff to pack up, and we are way behind schedule, mister. Way behind, but, schedule. Oh, we got everything packed up. It's only 7 a.m., which is kind of a late start for me, but, it's early for everybody else. I'm going to sit here and have a little safety meeting, and then we're going to go for a nice long walk. I feel pretty good after all that sleep. My ankles are still sore, especially that right ankle. I'm a little worried about it, I am. That's the one that gave out on me in Silver City the other year, where I had to live behind an Albertsons for 2 weeks. I ain't got time for that. Yeah, it's definitely sore. I keep stretching, twisting, doing the thing. Ooh, it'll be good. Okay, safety, and then walk. And we're off. Oh, yeah, that was a nice spot. Really worked for me. That tree was real sappy, so it got some on my straps, which got on my hands, which means that's going to happen over and over for weeks before it wears away. Sap is some really resilient stuff. Okay, looking at the maps. Today is more downhill than uphill, so that's pretty groovy. But they look steep as hell. Like right away, we're gonna zigzag our way up a mountain. Probably gonna have to stop on it because I see it's already sunlit and do a wardrobe change. It's cold down here, but I know things will be a little different up there. But yeah, when you see a bunch of zigzags on the map, it's going to be bad. But this all just makes me stronger in the end, Until you get off trail and lose it all. Like right now, just trying to imagine doing a 40-mile day is superhuman. Like there's no way. You offered me $1 million right now. I could not do a 40-mile day with a backpack on. Not in 24 hours anyway. And I did that 40 miles in well less than 24 hours. It was a long day though. I think I hiked for like 18 hours that day. But evidently the train was really downhill for me on the way out. Because it was uphill as fuck on the way in yesterday. Okay, let's climb this thing. Get the blood pumping. I thought I noticed it yesterday, but the sun was in that direction, so it was obscuring it, and I thought maybe it was just the play of the light, but that mountain is most certainly red. And that is a very red mountain. You can definitely tell a big chunk of ice sat there, just by the big bowl shape. Might even have a cool lake at the bottom of it. Interesting. We still got more up to do, but so far, these switchbacks have been rather pleasant. They don't go up real steep, but they still go up. I don't like the ones that only go up at the corners. I know those are specifically designed for people on horseback, so they can look at the same view going that way and then coming back and go see it go that way. You got it your money's worth. Not sure how much it is to rent a horse. Go on those tour guided things. Some cosplay cowboy. That's kind of where I slept last night. I can see the trail going down to it. I'm on top of the cliffs I was filming earlier. That's trail right there. Or is it that down there? It's probably that down there. Or it wasn't really here, it was over there on the cliffs because that's the dry lake bed. So that's where I camped. I've only made it this far. Japes. It's hard to tell how red that mountain is in a shadow. And with the sun in the sky. Like, it's not a reddish tint, but I was like, am I just seeing things? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Whose Poop Is This? Alright, today I'm unsure with this one. Somebody could have dropped a piece of chocolate. I mean, look how smooth it is. The only way to know is to taste it. And that's not going to happen. Okay, good times. Welcome back. Alright, so there's the second poop. That's just like the first poop. So, yeah, that's poop. That's poop. You see where they pinched it off on the end. Look at that. That's all pinched right there. Who leaves little Hershey kisses all over the place? I'm assuming it's a moderate-sized rodent. Well, over here on this side of the mountain, all the forests look pretty healthy. Greenery everywhere. Sure, there's dead trees, but there's dead trees in every forest. Trees die. Oh, I see snow. Kind of close, too. It's only a couple miles away. And it's only a small patch. Getting into snow territory. Whew. So that there is moving target. He's a flip-flopper. He made it through Colorado before he flipped, so he's got it a lot easier than most. Like the couple the other day that the guy saw my solar charger on the trail and started yelling, "Hello!" even though he's standing right next to my tent. God, I'm invisible. They flipped it, New Mexico. So they still got a long, or, right at the beginning of Colorado. So they got a long way to go. I doubt they'll make it. I think they'll run into the same problem I did. Colorado is too damn cold. And most people, when they get to Colorado and it's too damn cold, I imagine, quit. Most people wouldn't be like me. I'd be like, hey, I'll walk the roads. Oh, there's that wall. I'm not sure the name. It's the China wall or the Chinese wall. And that's fairly certain that is it. I don't think we're coming across a larger wall. Huh. That is our destination. Oh, a glacial pool. How blue. You can see the layers. It looks pretty deep. That is not reflection right there on the far wall. That's a rock wall leading down into it. Looks like a straight blue hole. Is that an auger? Sure looks like one. Do a little ice fishing or something? I'm gonna have to pack that out. Okay, definitely an auger. And could this possibly be a grave? I'm thinking there's a dog saddlebag, I think. Yeah. It's an unusual place for that to end up. Whether or not this is a grave. Maybe it's his dog that really loved to go ice fishing. Definitely put here on purpose. It didn't happen accidentally. And these rocks didn't stack themselves. And as far as I can tell, this thing's pretty new. Paint's still all on there. Still got its made in China sticker. The blades are still nice and sharp. Enigma. Not a bad place to be buried, though, if you're going to be buried. I hope I get buried out here, actually. Not here specifically, but on trail. Like just walking by a big cliff and a huge rock just comes out and splat, and nobody even knows you're there. You didn't know you died, no fear, no pain. You were thinking happy thoughts or, wow, my feet hurt, or whatever it is you think while you're hiking. But it's not traumatic for you at all. If anybody sees it, it might be traumatic for them, but for you, easy peasy. And nobody's going to come along out there with equipment and move that boulder. They'll just leave you where you're at. It's not a bad way to go. Better than falling off a cliff where you have 2 or 3 seconds to think about it. Or being eaten by a bear where you got like 2 or 3 minutes to think about it. See how you can just see the wall right there? And it just disappears right there into just indigo blue. Some good reflections off that. Yeah. Still waters. Yeah, how deep do you think this thing goes? Because that's not reflection right there. That's all just wall leading down. This is the second time the trail's done this in the past few days. You come along, you walk, and you walk, and you walk, and it just disappears. You look around, you notice, oh, the trail's over there. Oh, well, what's this? This is the trail. And this trail just starts right there randomly. What the hell is that all about, man? I don't get it. Some of the cooler erosion I've seen in this state. Sure, they got it everywhere, just not where I'm at. There was a huge rock slide there a while back. Ooh. I haven't looked at the map in a while, but I got to be getting pretty close to the place where I'm going to try to jump off and go to Augusta. Unless, of course, their hiker box is just filled with stuff. There's always that possibility. But I doubt it. So I know I go to that place before I hit the wall. Somewhere in here. Over there. Maybe over here. This trail's really windy. We're not doing too horribly. We're not zooming around like a race car or anything, but we've done 4 miles so far, which puts water in only 6 away. I can see the trail way down there. We got a lot of downhill coming up. It's way down at the bottom of that hill. Still on the hill. Or no, it's at the way bottom. That other one's an animal trail, I think. Yeah, I'm headed all the way down to the valley, it looks like. The bad part about climbing down to the valley is that you got to climb back out of them eventually. That's nice. I've stayed in this valley for a while. And technically, if we keep following where the water flows, we could just walk out without having to climb a mountain. Trails generally don't work that way, but sometimes they do. It'd be nice. This is a nice little stroll. I feel like I'm actually making some miles today, opposed to yesterday. So much uphill yesterday. And for a lot of that, I'm doing less than a mile an hour. Near a mile, but less. Yeah, let's keep following the flow of water. We don't need to climb anything. Well, this is where we stop following the flow of water and start going uphill again. Oh well. If I found a shadow, I would surely take a break. It's been a while. Oh, finally some shadows. I'm gonna go sit in there. I had a break in like 5 miles. Nice little 15 minutes in the shade. I just needed a break from Bob. Hopefully Clyde comes in and blocks him off. Lunchtime is approaching, so I'll be taking another one. But, probably like a half hour or so. And I forgot to look at the map to see how close I am to water. I'm assuming somewhere around 4 miles. 4.4 miles. That's close-ish. Got plenty of water for that. That's nice. Water worries have been, pretty high on this trail. More than I was expecting. Things down to a trickle. Really, I don't know. How much longer can we through hike without having to have water caches? And who the hell's going to do that? You going to come all the way out here with water? That shit's heavy. Water drones. I'd pay money to have water delivered to me via drone. This is not on the map. It is a steady, definite trickle. Oh, you can see it, yeah. Look at it. It's a good sign. I'm not low on water, so I'm not taking it. That's nice. Still just a trickle though. May the trickles never run dry. I didn't look close enough at the map, evidently. I would have noticed. This definitely zigzag pattern. No big deal, just a hill. Turns out it wasn't snow I was seeing, it was just crushed rock. That makes way more sense, That mountain has a shadow on it. Why don't I get a shadow? Actually, it might just be my shadow eventually. It's a good slow mover too. Look at that. Hang out in that thing for a while. But until then, I was hiding in that. I was happy to find that shadow. It's a bit bleak. Welcome back for another episode of Whose Poo Is It? Alright, this one's big. It's scattered all over the place, all the way back to here. But it's dry and old. You can guess what that is, right? It's grizzly. I've been seeing it on the trail, for the past couple of days, all over the place. That's probably literally pile, 70. None of them have been fresh though. I poke every single one just to make sure. Kind of sucked to run into a grizzly like here. Where do you go? Can't go down there. That's not safe. And if you're doing switchback, like say I start backing away from it, when I start doing switchback, it might think I'm coming towards it again and kick my ass just for that. I was thinking as I was climbing up this, like what would happen if you looked back and coming down the last hill you were on as a mama and two babies, coming up on you at like 3 miles an hour. You gotta like stay ahead of her the whole climb up. And I was like, no better motivation, huh? Yeah, I gotta keep ahead of that bitch. Because you really got nowhere else you can go. You're not going and hiding anywhere. I love these shots when you come up over the ridge to see what you're gonna see. Oh, nice cruising downhill. And pink mountains and lots of pink mountains. See some off in the distance. Oh, got a lot of clouds forming on one side of the sky. The side that doesn't have the sun on it. If all of you were like over here, you'd be doing something. Sure is peaceful out here. We're headed in the direction of larger trees. I'm hoping to find a lunch spot. I want to kick back, relax for like 20 minutes, half hour maybe. Can't do it here. Looks like I'm going into the baby trees. Maybe I'll find something. Finally, shady spot to have some lunch. Not a great spot by any means, but it's a spot. Oh, there's spots over here that are better because they're not right on the trail. Kick ass, okay. I'm guessing this is a campsite. Let's see if they have a place to sit. No seating, what rude hosts. Oh, this is for cowboys. This is where they keep their horse over here. Regardless, this is right about there. But we're going to have lunch. Today for lunch, we're having peanut butter and tortillas. While I hate peanut butter, it is a good source of energy, man. It is pound for pound. I eat the stuff, but I hate it. But I do really enjoy tortillas. So it helps. I'd often offer a piece of my lunch to the critters around me. And there's tons of ants around here. I mean, tons. They're just running all over the place. And they've investigated this peanut butter and tortilla more than once and just walked away. What ant does not eat peanut butter? I did not know there was an ant that didn't like peanut butter. Excuse me. It's crazy. You know, I took the socks and shoes off. I didn't even bother. Normally I put my slippers on. I was like, I'm not walking around, man. I don't need those things. Just letting the feet in, relax. Taking those socks off felt really nice. Let's look at the map and see how much further to water. Hopefully that's our next break. Hopefully it's close enough to where I can make it one stretch. So I actually have a few spots for water coming up. One within, 0.1, I think. But that's the drip maybe kind of thing. And I don't really need it yet. There's another one like 2.6. That's the one I was headed for initially this morning. But now I'm looking at 3 from here is a big river. It shows up as a blue line on my map. We have to cross it. I heard it's calf deep. So I'm going to wait. And it's all downhill to that. So yeah, I mean, why not? I have more than a liter right now. That'll definitely get me 3 miles of downhill. Cool. When I'm there, I'm going to take a break and soak my feet. Ooh, and take a bath. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Because it's only, what time is it? It's only 12:45. So by the time I get there, it should still be heat of the day. I'll want to get wet. Because, a lot of times the water sounds great, but I get there and it's a little chilly. And I'm like, never mind. But it all depends. If there's no clouds, I won't get in because it'll be chilly. But if it's been the heat of the day like this, oh yeah, man. I got my shower poof with me. I will break that bad boy out, just scrub myself. No soap, just, good water. Sounds like fun. Coincidentally, where I'm sitting right now is about 0.1 from where I camped last time I was here. And from that spot, I was able to make it all the way to Lincoln in time to get a pizza in one day. Which, I'm technically 3 days in right now, but not 3 full days. It's almost like 2 full days. Because I started, kind of late afternoon and just went to the hut on that first day. And then today's not over yet either, so. But I did all that in one day. One day. Wow. I was pretty badass way back year before last. Maybe someday again. Probably not on this hike. I mean, I can understand I'll get in shape, but not all badass. You don't get all badass in just 400 miles. No. Yes, partway there. There's no real bird song out here. It's kind of sad. I'm actually listening to music. Although that's mostly because I want to make noise so that a bear knows that I'm here. That's totally the biggest reason for it. Right now I got my shit all scattered out. Like if one comes along, I gotta back away, and then it gets my stuff. So that sucks. Yeah, when you got your backpack on, at least you and your stuff are moving together to get out of the way. But now like it gets my stuff, like because it'll back me down. Oh yeah. So yeah, there's that in my mind. I don't have like my food scattered out or anything, but my stuff is out because the food is one of the first things that goes back in. 5 more minutes. Then we're back to it. Well, that is unfortunate. I just noticed this coming in and coming in hot. It's got a lot of energy going on. The part I can't see back in there is pretty dark. I think I might set up my tarp over here real quick and hang out for just a bit and see what happens. Well, it takes a second to set up a tarp. I mean, my shit's already out. Yeah, those edges are all sorts of rolling in on each other. My problem is because I'm in the trees, I can't see how far back it goes, what kind of threat this thing actually poses. This could be the entirety of it right here, or this could be the tip of the iceberg. But I mean, it's moving in pretty quick. It's almost above me, at least, you know, the perimeter of it. And that's in, I don't know, 4 minutes I spent doing this. Took time to transfer my stuff from one spot to another. You know, you gotta calculate that in. But I still got enough sunlight to charge my batteries. And let me say, that thing has been working great. Every day I've had full batteries. Every day. Yeah, it still appears to be moving in. So I'm going to hang on here for a while. Because why wouldn't I? I was already hanging out anyway. It's just a sign. I got plenty of food. I have a liter of water. You know, and that's plenty to get me to where I'm going if I don't have to hang out for a long time. If I have to hang out for a long time, that sucks. Sucks being trapped by the thing you need. Guess I'm not trapped. I can at any point go out and walk in it. You know, it won't kill me. It could. It's all downhill though. Yeah, there's a lot of movement going on in here. Hopefully it just rolls over quick. Get a little show. Everything smells nice and fresh and new after a storm. No big old widow makers or anything. No big dead trees. I think we're pretty alright right here. This one is so silent. Not a peep out of it yet. Normally storms let you know they're coming. This one's a sneaky one. Oh, that's a jet. It's like, what am I hearing? Am I seeing blue skies already beyond it? Maybe I am. See, maybe this is just a cloud. I might be hiding from just a cloud. I don't know. I'm going to stay here a minute longer, though. Wish I could see off into the distance, as I normally can. I'm all packed up and ready to go. But I'm seeing blue back in there. I walked around a bit so I could see little pieces through the trees. And I can see blue all over the place, so I'm going to pack up the tarp and go for it and hope for the best. So yeah, unsure, but let me double take. Got everything hung out over here. Got everything okay. I mean, I might be walking my ass into a heavy storm, but I gotta know what I'm facing before I know to cower from it. And I definitely don't want to be on an exposed ridge in a really good storm. But if so, I have the necessary equipment to survive. I should have waited and came here. And now we're ready to set the tarp up. The other one just had a whole lot of horse crap. I thought it was really rude of them to let their horses just crap all over the place. But I mean, how do you stop a horse from crapping? And the horse has to be comfortable as well. So I'm not really sure the solution to that problem. Hey, this is flowing. This was not described as flowing. It was like mud puddle or something that fills up. At least I'm pretty sure. But I was writing this one off just because there's another one so close. No, they're two so close. And it being all downhill really makes a difference. Well, not all downhill, but the super duper vast majority of it. It's like 1,600 feet down over 3 miles. That's some down. Hope this cloud lasts a while because I did not bring out the hat. I saw this much shade and I was like, cool, man. I'd rather feel the wind. See the peripheral. I'm sure these are blue or huckleberries. Pretty sure. I'm not gonna eat one to find out. I brought my own food, thanks. I gotta watch other people eat the berries first. Oh, but look at these big bushes full of them, yeah. I don't want to eat those. I don't trust those. There's too many of them. They're loaded. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are blueberries. They look exactly like them. There's a good reason for bears to be here. There's that many berries. That's the only thing going through my mind. Every time I look around. I was like that in the ocean too. I'd find myself swimming around and I'd see a fish. I'm like, well, what eats that fish? Like, where's that thing at? I don't want shit that's gonna draw in. Things are gonna eat me. I do that well enough on my own. Ooh, woods. This has a spooky feel to it for some reason. Why is it so silent? Hello? That fly was super loud. Because it's the only thing making noise here other than me. I better check, make sure I'm going the right way. Oh yeah, I am supposed to be doing a buttload downhill. Sorry, I forgot about that. It's like this is getting too easy. But yeah, I get this for like 3 miles, man. Well, maybe not all this cush and cruisy, but this is really nice while it lasts. Man, from this direction, some thunder just came. That was so loud and scary. Montana thunder, it sounds different than other thunder. Is it because I'm closer to it? I don't know. But it goes on forever. It sounds really intimidating. Hopefully it's going the other way. Uh-oh. Can't tell. I can't tell. Nothing's moving. There's no wind. Oh, I'm headed downhill. Less likely to get wet down there, right? We get to do our first water crossing this afternoon. I'm excited about that. It was the last time we got to step in water, or we're forced to at least. know if I've taken my new river crossing shoes into water yet. They might suck in there. You gotta be better than flip-flops though. Those things are hard to hold on to when you're trying to cross a river. Or sandals, you know, the ones that just go hold on in the front. You want something pretty secure to your foot. And even then, I did have the Gila steal one of my shoes right off my feet. Or was it both of them? I think it stole both my shoes. Yeah, it did steal both of my shoes. It straight punked me. Well, the sun's back. Skies are gray, but not in front of the sun. Hear thunder. Nothing that's really close. Good. Uh-oh, a few fat raindrops just fell. I think it was testing it out. Oh yeah, it's kind of dark back there. But still, as of right now, this beat's cooking in the sun. Ooh, I was just looking over my shoulder to see, you know, what the storm's looking like, and I tripped and went down right there flat in the grass. Oh, I went down like a sack of shit. Hurt my knee. Ow. That was not graceful at all. I can hear fat drops hitting things. Every once in a while I see one whiz by. Ooh. That gave me an adrenaline rush, man. That hurt. Walk it off, man. Just walk it off. Trying to outrun a storm at 2 miles an hour, you don't have time to be falling down. This storm better move the hell along, man. It's gonna ruin my bath time. I ain't taking no bath when it's all stormy. All them cold raindrops too, I just got hit in the forehead. At what point do I hide? It is real talkative, but I can't tell if it's getting closer or farther. It's just feels like it's coming from the same spot. But it is nice and cool right now. I gotta say, you know, there is that. Those last few have sounded further away. There's a little hope. I don't mind getting sprinkled on. I just don't want to have to stop and hide. Because I will. I decided to set up. It's definitely wet enough out there. And the thunder is not just close, but there was a couple lightning bolts that, like, I didn't see the bolts, but everything lit up around me. And I was like, ah, yeah. Boom. So here I sit for, you know, probably 20 minutes or so. No big deal. Hope that's not foreshadowing. I'm like, 2 days later, it's still coming down. I know I'm somewhere near the water source. Things have flattened out a bit, so that's what's telling me that. I think I'm off the mountain for now. Cool. Glad I got a tarp to set up. Just wish I had a smaller version, like a 4 or 5 foot tarp would probably be really nice for hiding from storms. Trying to find a 12-foot space, you know, with nothing in it, because right now there's all sorts of, you know, plant life in here. But that's cool. We're all dry together. But it'd be nice if I could set up a little 4 or 5 footer just between some trees. It's getting darker out there. That's not a good sign. Okay, shit's getting a little more intense. We got hail falling. Now look at the size of those things. I better batten down the hatches, man. I left my door open thinking it wasn't going to be too bad. Oh, damn, you can just see them bouncing out there. And look at them just bouncing out there. Come on, little guys. I hope they don't get much bigger. I sure am glad I decided to set up when I did, man. I'll be really unhappy out there, being pelted by ice from the freaking sky. Welcome to a Montana summer, motherfucker. Sometimes, hopefully it passes soon. I mean, it's ferocious. It shouldn't last long, right? Jesus. It's pulling at my tent, but it's holding steady. Ice is still falling, not nearly as much, but still randomly. I thought it was snowing on me on the way here. Some of it was just hitting me, wasn't hitting me like raindrops. Weird summer Montana weather. The dude that I passed moving target, man, I wonder where he's at now. He's probably on an exposed ridge somewhere. But he was like, how's the weather going to be when I get to the winds? And I'm like, you're going to get there in like September. I was like, it's going to be cold and stormy. You know, beautiful area to walk through, but you got to really luck out with the weather. Oh no, that's going to be a good one. Yeah, glad I set up my tarp. Oh man, the ice balls are getting bigger. There's hail in the hail. Oh man, come on. Come on, man, you're being ridiculous now. Oh, I'm so glad I set up my tarp. Crazy. Yeah. I feel bad for anybody stuck out in this exposed crap. There's a lot of exposed walking for the past couple of weeks. Man, I hope it doesn't break through my tarp. Come on, tarp, you can handle this. You got it, baby. Oh, damn, they hurt when I put... Ow! Fuck! Ow! 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 Don't put your hand up against the tarp. Ow! It got me right in the fingernail. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Are we having fun yet? It is not playing out there. I just check out the small hole in my tarp, hoping that it doesn't just bust through. That would really wreck my day. Jesus. It'll blow over soon. Getting cold. I want to put layers on, but I don't want to get my layers wet. It was totally starting to lighten up and lighten, and then it just kind of got stronger again. The goal is to make it just a half mile to where water is, and there's supposed to be nice tent sites there as well, hopefully hammock spots, but nobody really mentions those. I try to put it in the comment if there's hammock spots, because it's important to know. But yeah, that's the goal. It's 4 o'clock. I'm happy to call it a day. I didn't make it a whole lot of miles, but you know, that's not my fault. That's you know, weather. You can't help that. That's acts of God and shit. I'm not controlled. I'm glad I wasn't out in that, man. That ice hurt it. I put my hand up against the back of my hand like that, and a pellet of ice nailed me in the fingernail, man. Ow. Son of a bitch. Can't do that. But had I been out in that, like, you know, what do you do? What do you do when there's nowhere to hide? You're out up on a ridge. It's happened to many a hiker. I mean, worst case scenario, I'll just set up here. I already have the tarp up. I can set the hammock up here and be quite happy. But I'd prefer to have water because I blue flavored the water I have, so I couldn't make coffee or anything if I wanted to. Plus, I don't have enough. I've got like half a liter. Really need a tent that collects water. Only makes sense. I had no choice but to put on layers. I got not everything I own. I still have my 2 puffy jackets, but they're stored in way at the bottom of my pack, wrapped in my garbage bag with my quilt. But it dropped. The temperature dropped. It's probably low 50s right now. Nothing horrible, but for an Arizona boy, that's freaking cold. Storm doesn't seem to be letting up, but the thunder is farther away. It's maybe farther away. So yeah, here I wait. I figure I might as well pull out all my stuff and get warm because I was starting to get the shivers, and that's dangerous out here. So I got the stuff. I might as well break it out. I might be sitting here a while. Might as well sit here comfortably. And I feel much better now. Hell, if I didn't have just blue flavored water, I'd make a cocoa right now because I got a jet boiler and I can heat water up in like 30 seconds, man. Yeah. If only I had water. Man, that ice piled deep around the tent. I know it's not like that everywhere. That's just what slid down the tent mostly. But it's like that deep out there. It's crazy. Alright, the storm seems to be subsiding again. I'm going to wait it out for a little while longer and just, you know, wait. This isn't treaty. There's still water falling from the sky. Half mile's all I planned. No big deal. Really glad I have the tarp. I guess this is round 3 of the storm. Nature is so annoying. I'm not even trying to enjoy my nature. It just keeps naturing on me. God. I want moderately temperate days all day, every day. Chill evenings, but not cold. No bugs that land on me. Bugs can be bugs all they want, just don't land on me. No water falling from the sky, except while I'm sleeping, and it's okay. Rules, man, rules. Damn, I've been sitting under here for almost 2 hours. It just got light again. Okay, but it did just lighten up again. So we'll see if there's like, because there's, I don't know, been like 4 rounds so far where it's got light and then heavy again. So yeah, it's 2 hours, man. That's a long time to be sitting here. I didn't realize it was that long, but I checked back, you know, because I got timestamps on the videos I make. So Go back and check sometime. Like, damn. Time I will waste not to get wet. But, I mean, where would I be in 2 hours? You know, I'm not going to be that far ahead. It's not worth it, man. That was ice. It's just cold, man. I would not want to be wet right now. I would not. Okay, we're down to just tree pea right now. Gonna give it a couple of minutes just to make sure, but I think we're about to head on out. We go a whole half mile. Okay, just little remnants of the storm that was. Definitely gonna have wet socks. But that's okay, I still have 2 other pairs of clean socks. And I've been wearing this same set since I started a few days ago, so no big deal. Oh, it got cold, man. That was a hell of a storm, wasn't it? Man, I wasn't expecting it to be like that. Forecast did call for thunderstorms on Friday. I was right about that. I'm hoping there's a good spot to hang a hammock down here by the water. And I might just make myself a cocoa. Might just. Well, I'm glad somebody put these sticks right here, because they made me check my map. So I came off of this trail. I'm supposed to go onto this one. But I was like, oh, you know what? Let's check the map. Those sticks, somebody put them there for a purpose. Appreciate ya. Wonder what made huge piles like this. Was everything flowing down this? Wow. That's the only thing I can think of. The water all flowed down and deposited all the ice there. What little river's going on over here? What the hell of a storm? Oh, look at there. The sun might actually come out again. Wouldn't that be kick-ass? Hey, look at that ice pile. I could build a snowman out of this. Turn my shoes off a little bit. Okay. I hear flowing water. I'm going to go check out this campsite real quick and then head back down the trail, see where it's, see if there's any campsites along it. Okay, we got TheNightCrawler set up. Well, mostly. I mean, it's still a little fine tuning to do and whatnot, but my stuff is staying dry in there, and that's what's important. I'm going to go over, grab myself some water, start the filtering process, so I can hand me that cocoa I was thinking about earlier. Put on those nice warm knit socks that Susie made for me. Kick back in all my layers. Smoke some marijuana. Eat a little bit of food. Fall asleep. Sounds like a night. Sounds like a night. That's beautiful. It's kind of a mist going on. Yeah, let's get some water. So we did horribly today, and I'm totally disappointed in you. Just 10.5 miles, that was it. I was feeling good. I don't know what happened, other than the rain, you know, but still, only 10.5 miles. So tomorrow I'm following this river forever. So I don't have to carry water. I don't have to worry about, you know, no water woes whatsoever. I want to do 17 miles tomorrow. Because that's where the junction I break off to go to that, I can't remember, the lodge we'll call it, and that's where I try to hitchhike out. So I'd want to try that earlier in the day. So I want to get to that branch off tomorrow. That is the goal. So 17 miles, slightly uphill because I'm following the river, but you know, I'm following the river. I'm not going over mountaintops, I think. I'll have to look at the map again, but it looks like I'm just following it up the side. So, groovy, should be a nice day. Well, I got my hot cocoa. I have myself a Cajun ranch chicken salad that Frog Leg sent me. I have no idea really what it is, but you know, it's chicken salad. I really need to trim my mustache. I'm having a hard time drinking coffee without dribbling on myself. It's hard to trim your facial hair in the woods. I don't bring scissors with me because what other use would they have other than trimming that? And then you got a pointy object you're carrying around. That's just dangerous. Oh, the sun's coming out a little bit. Look at that. Nice. It'd be sweet if everything was dry by morning. Oh, yeah. I'm still probably going to wear my wet socks tomorrow because I still have wet shoes, so I changed to new socks. And unfortunately, we have a water crossing first thing in the morning. Normally, I like to camp on the other side, but I knew there was a campsite on this side, so I didn't want to cross, not knowing if there's a campsite on the other side. It's not really deep, it's not cold, so I figured it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's eat. Well, I am snug as a bug in a rug in here, man. It's nice. Hammocks are great. Good sleeping. Way better than sleeping on the ground, man. I can do it. I've done it, but swinging. Not that kind. You know, this kind. Yeah, the other kind's pretty cool too, but this kind's where it's at out here. Okay, we got a big day ahead of us, so you know, let's try to get up on time. You know, I'm not setting an alarm, just waking up when I wake up. I'm letting my body dictate because I obviously need sleep. But today was only a 10-mile day, so I should be good. But we'll see. I just wake up when I wake up, man. Hey, on that note, good night.